DNS spoofing is a serious security threat. It is a type of cyber attack. Hackers use it to redirect you to dangerous websites. They want to steal your personal information. They can also infect your devices with malware. DNS stands for Domain Name System. Think of it like an internet phone book. It translates website names into IP addresses. Computers use IP addresses to find and connect to websites. For example, when you type google.com into your web browser, your computer uses DNS to find the IP address for Google's servers. DNS spoofing disrupts this process. Hackers trick your computer into using a fake IP address. This redirects you to a malicious website. This website may look identical to the real one. This makes it difficult to tell that you are on a fake site. The fake website is controlled by the hackers. They designed it to steal your information. You might enter your username and password, thinking you are on a legitimate site. The hackers now have your login credentials. They can use this to access your accounts and steal your data. DNS spoofing exploits vulnerabilities in the domain name system. Hackers have a few different methods to carry out these attacks. One common way is by poisoning DNS caches. A DNS cache is like a temporary storage space. It stores information about recently visited websites. This includes their IP addresses. When you visit a website, your computer checks its DNS cache first. If the website's IP address is in the cache, your computer uses that address to connect. This speeds up the process. Hackers target DNS servers that are vulnerable to attacks. They inject fake IP addresses into the server's cache. Now, when your computer checks the cache for a website's IP address, it might receive the fake address planted by the hackers. This redirects you to the malicious website. Another method is called a man-in-the-middle attack. In this scenario, the hacker positions themselves between your computer and the DNS server. When your computer sends a DNS request to find a website's IP address, the hacker intercepts the request. They then send back a fake IP address to your computer, redirecting you to the malicious site. Hackers can also gain control of DNS servers directly. This gives them complete control over the DNS records. They can modify these records to redirect users to any website they want. This is a more sophisticated attack. It can be very difficult to detect and prevent. DNS spoofing is a dangerous cyber attack. Hackers use it to steal data and spread malware. This can have serious consequences for individuals and organizations. One of the most common uses of DNS spoofing is phishing. Hackers create fake websites that look like legitimate websites. They then use DNS spoofing to redirect users to these fake sites. The goal is to trick users into entering their login credentials or other sensitive information. This information is then stolen by the hackers. DNS spoofing is also used to distribute malware. Hackers redirect users to websites that are infected with malware. The malware is automatically downloaded and installed on the user's computer. This can happen without the user's knowledge or consent. Once the malware is installed, it can be used for a variety of malicious purposes. It can be used to steal data, spy on the user's activities, or even take control of the user's computer. There have been many high-profile DNS spoofing attacks in recent years. In 2018, hackers targeted MyEtherWallet, a popular cryptocurrency platform. They poisoned DNS servers and redirected users to a fake website designed to steal their cryptocurrency. Millions of dollars were stolen in this attack. Protecting yourself from DNS spoofing requires a multifaceted approach. It involves using security tools, staying informed about potential threats, and practicing safe browsing habits. One important step is to use DNSSEC. DNSSEC stands for Domain Name System Security Extensions. It adds a layer of security to DNS by digitally signing DNS records. This helps to ensure that the DNS records you receive are authentic and have not been tampered with. You can enable DNSSEC in your computer's network settings or by using a DNS resolver that supports DNSSEC. Another important step is to use a reputable DNS server. Your ISP's default DNS server may not be as secure as other options. Consider using a public DNS server like Google Public DNS or Cloudflare DNS. These servers often have better security measures in place to prevent DNS spoofing attacks. Using a VPN is another effective way to protect yourself from DNS spoofing. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic and routes it through a secure server. This makes it much more difficult for hackers to intercept your DNS requests and redirect you to malicious websites. Keeping your software up to date is also crucial. Software updates often include security patches that address known vulnerabilities. By keeping your operating system, web browser, and other software updated, you can reduce the risk of falling victim to DNS spoofing attacks. Finally, it's important to be cautious about the links you click and the emails you open. Avoid clicking on links or attachments from unknown or untrusted sources. These links could lead to phishing websites or websites infected with malware. If you're unsure about a link, you can hover your mouse over it to see the full URL. This can help you determine if the link is legitimate or not. By following these tips, you can significantly reduce your risk of being affected by DNS spoofing attacks. Remember to stay informed about the latest cybersecurity threats and to practice safe browsing habits.